Hi, everybody. My name's Joey Zero, and I was thinking about funny video ideas to rant about, and one of the ones that comes up on streams every once in a while is the unique difficulty of trying to explain what I do at family dinners. It seems like my family doesn't really get it, and that's fine. I'm gonna go into it. I might get a little bit heated here and there. But let's just go with it. There are two sides of the coin here. One is like my day job. That's my day job. And then the other thing is content creation stuff. For my day job, I'm a developer. I build stuff on the internet. Most of the older people in my family, whenever you mention programming to them, they're thinking like you work with electronics, so you would know what transistor to use for this one logic thing problem. That's not it. Most of my family's older. The folks in my family that are about my age, it's really interesting. So most of my family are either in real estate or like insurance, or one family member, she's a bartender, or she was. Another family member, I think she's a yoga instructor or something. I've got another family member who does sales. He was a door-to-door salesman. Out of my entire family, I'm one of the only folks who like uses computers every day. And that immediately makes it that much more difficult to like explain what I do, what some of my issues are, what some of my day-to-day difficulties are, or what some of the problems are that I end up trying to solve. All right, so I do the programming thing. For context, before I got into programming, I was making content full-time and freelancing to fill the gaps. But one time I was working on a script. I was trying to come up with some jokes for this script, some ha-has. I had the outline of the script, and I was just trying to fill it out a little more with some funny moments and stuff. And I'll never forget, I was working on that, and then my mom came over. I was like, I'd love to hang out with you, but I gotta get this thing finished up. And she was like, oh, what are you working on? I'll help. And I was like, no, that's okay. She was like, no, I'll help. What are you working on? Just tell me what you're working on, because I want to know. And I was like, okay, I'm trying to come up with some jokes for the script. And she was like, oh, okay. So you're working on a video right now. I'm working on a script for a video. So then she went on to do whatever it was she was doing. I don't remember off the top of my head what she was there for. But I went back to working on my script, and then she came back in 10 minutes later with her phone in her hand, and she was reading programmer jokes, right? A man goes to the store to buy a gallon of milk. His wife says if they have eggs by 10, he comes home with 10 gallons of milk. She was so proud she had found these jokes that I could add to my script. And I was like, is that what you think that I do? It was just really funny. Back in the day, when I was doing content creations, I mostly played Warframe. I mostly made videos about Warframe. And it was a lot of fun. I streamed and I made videos. And that was the thing. Anytime my family wanted to talk about it, with the exception of the younger folks in my family, my nieces and nephews, the immediate next question was, how do you make any money with that? Is that like a job? I heard there are people out there that make good money with that. How does that happen? Why is that? How is that? And there was this clip of, I think it was PewDiePie going on like some television thing, going on some talk show. And they asked him the same thing. They were like, how do you make any money with that? It was the exact same thing. I don't understand how that question comes out so verbatim, or how the response to the answer to that question is always exactly as, I don't understand where this came from. But the talk show host was like, how do you make any money with that? And he was like, it's just like with television. There are ads that play against your programming that the network earns some money from, which then pays your salary. And it's very much the same way on YouTube, where there are ads that play against your content. YouTube gets money for those ads, and they pay you according to how many ads they got to play. As soon as you say it's just like television, it's almost like their eyes glaze over, and they're like, oh, it's not even a look of recognition. Oh, okay, yeah, I see ads on TV. That's relatable. It's not even like that. It's, oh, but how do you make any money? And then there's like brand deals and stuff like that. But I don't really entertain conversations like that with my family anymore these days, because I think the only conclusion that is reasonable to draw from that is that they don't want to know. They're asking not because they're interested, but because they feel it is something that people talk about when eating their human people food and having their human people get-togethers. I'm not sure how else to take that. That's a very niche problem, I feel. But the young kids, the younger folks, the nieces and the nephews, they all like, as soon as you mention like content creation, they're all like, oh, well, okay, cool, sweet. What kind of content do you make? What games do you play? When are you going to play Fortnite? When are you going to play Apex? When are you going to... When am I going to be allowed to watch your streams? That's where the conversation stops. You got to be 18, buddy. So, but they get it, which is cool. The programming stuff is still really difficult to talk about, mostly because they're younger. It's interesting to see how they view it or to get their input on it, to have them tell you what you're doing wrong. I think this video has gone on long enough. I didn't get heated. I thought I might get a little heated in this one, but we're good. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is relatable to somebody in some way. It's a very niche thing, I feel, but maybe that's an everybody problem. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. And smash the like button and smash the subscribe. And also go follow me on Twitch and also join our Discord and follow my main channel and follow me on Instagram. I haven't posted on Instagram in forever. Follow me on Blue Sky. Oh, there we go. Dropping everything on my desk. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat some dinner now. Bye.